Hi, I'm Anna Mori.
Let's talk about your album. What was your thought process in thinking of the whole concept of it?
Well, it was after my first EP, which is a self-titled EP, and all of the songs that I wrote has a special place in my heart. But I knew that I wanted to expand my sound into something else, and this album is very inspired by how I felt when I was an awkward youth. I could say I was an underdog. I was a loser when I was a teenager, and I really wanted to make a record, thinking that maybe someone could relate to this record. So that was my whole inspiration of this song, this album. Yeah. For me, Don't Blame the Wild One is that my emotions, even though I don't really show it in front of you guys, doesn't mean that I'm not wild inside or I'm not passionate inside. Everybody, I think we got the intro. Oh my gosh, let's record.
So leave me, stitching stones will never reach me. Crawling glass when it surprise me. You could watch me from afar. Don't blame the one.
Well, my intention for this album was that someone could definitely relate to, and per se, I didn't really write a song based on what it was in the middle of quarantine, and I was writing through, my isolation, if you will. Yeah, so a lot of my lyrics reflect what's happening in the world. Yeah.
Pangit. I think one of the most challenging parts working on the record would be because we always try to push things. We always try to find ways to I don't know, do something that's out of the box or that's something that's fresh or fun, and that's what Anna wanted for this album. So whatever idea that we had, we tried to push it further. The challenge was how to stop.
Water down my neck.
Okay, I'm about to scratch the
Alright.
stuff, Bye, it's gone.
So I speak louder till my voice is gone. Telling your feelings.
Tell me.
Tell me your feelings about that. Sorry.
Yeah, how to stop and how to tell yourself,
Yeah.
okay, that's enough.
That's fair.
That's finding what's right for the songs sonically, like with production. Though we did put a lot of, we didn't put a lot of barriers. There we go.
Yeah.
But I think as we had to decide, as the album progressed, like as we worked on the album more, that's the only time where we found out we should go back to the stuff we've done before, and like, okay, change this part, like take this one out, and basically find which really works.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like just because it was done a month ago, it's done already. So it's just always back and forth.
I guess choosing the right elements in the midst of having a lot of them.
So it's
I'm not super stoked.
for the song.
We had so many ideas, which is great, but it's hard to choose the right one because you have, it could go into this direction, it could go to that direction. We have a lot of directions that we could go with, and actually it's a blessing that we have some ideas lying around, but it gets challenging to choose which one is the right for that song, even though you're like, oh, but this is kind of cooler, I think this one fits, and that is a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
This is my first time.
Your feelings, I speak louder, louder till my voice is gone.
That's good.
Your feelings, I
I like the louder.
louder for the quiet
And
ones.
quiet.
Hurting your feelings, I think you should be smiling in the first place, first place, first place, first place, first place, first. Okay, I'm kind of inspired.
During the first part of making this album, we were working remotely. It's hard to work with the songs. So the process of working on the song was a lot different. It was through the computer. So, but also I consider it as like a good challenge for myself that, you know, I was completely isolated from my friends and, you know, from Tim and all of that. And I was very focused on my side of ideas a lot. So that was a good challenge, but also it was a lot to adjust. So I had a lot to learn how to adjust with that environment.
Being isolated and working on an album that's wild and crazy, but we're not right. We're isolated, so it really talks about like the inner craziness and finding that way to express yourself, and not in a very obvious way,
Yeah.
or not in a way that's in your face or like really, you know, putting yourself out there, but rather just introspectively. It's like something that you look to yourself inwards and find
Yeah.
that passion, find that burn, find that I guess that
That's better every day. Looking at my heart is so lonely. Telling it to get up and work for me. Closing the door so they won't see me coming from the backstage. You should be smiling in the face.
I like
Parang
that.
ganyan.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh,
Ganda
I
nun,
like it,
ah.
I like it, I like it, I like it.
Ang cute, ang ganda nun.
We're hyped! I feel it! It's here! It's now!
For coming back again. Do me a favor.
Oh, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
that's sick.
The door so they won't see me coming from the backstage. You should be smiling in the first place.
When we did see each other, it did help a lot with finalizing.
Yeah.
With all the craziness that we put there, just like
Yeah, this is my all. This is what I'm feeling. And then Tim's like, no, this is what I'm feeling. And then we're just like, okay. Let's
okay,
finalize.
gotta delete that.
Yeah.
I gotta delete this part.
Yeah.
That synth was just too much.
Yeah, I'd be like, that lyrics
Yeah,
are triggering. Yeah, so
something like that.
something like that. So we just found our balance by
Yeah.
when we see each other, we saw each other.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the distance definitely helped to it was easier for us to kind of self-reflect and just be ourselves, and finding what we really wanted to say without any distractions in the world. So
Yeah.
that was easy.
I think that's good. Pwede yun, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.